'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. 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 You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now. Casting on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regret. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, can't make
Oh, Chad, good to be back. Good to be back. How's everyone feeling? I look a little bit dark. Let me see if I can get some more light here on me. Chad, give me 1 second. Kiggs, how are you feeling?
Hey, feeling good, bro. Feeling good. Hopefully
Give me
we
one.
can catch some moves here today.
Give me 1 second. All right. Chad, yeah, markets yesterday spoke about it. Didn't trust the move down. That CPI print wasn't really any other. Yeah, I don't know. Any other day, it would have been a bullish reaction. Obviously, we first saw the downside move, and now back to the upside. But anyway, that is the markets. That is life. Everything is not going to happen as you think it's going to happen. But yeah, Chad, we're going to pray here. Keegan's just going to sort out some administration on his side. Fundamental gang, do apologize for not sending that report. I was, Chad, believe it or not, I'm in pain. For the first time last night, I'm in pain, real pain. Not at the weird thing is not at the area where they operated, more like in that bend. So yeah, I'm in pain. So I took a lot of the pain meds this morning. So I think it's just the body settling in now. But yeah, it is painful. Spoke to my cousin that also went, and he said, unfortunately, for the next 5 to 7 days, he said that's what you're gonna need to deal with. So that is what we're gonna be dealing with here. Okay, so
No, it doesn't sound fun.
no, it's yeah. Honestly, yeah, it was relatively easy up until last night, and that's when things got a little bit painful. But we all right. Okay, fundamental gang. Sorry, man. There's there's the release for the morning. Chad, before we start, as every morning, we're going to start off with prayer here. And you guys know that prayer is what we need. If you can pray, you can get through everything. So, Chad, we're going to pray here this morning. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. And if you believe it, you can drop an amen now. Amen. Amen, Chad. Beautiful. Amen. Hope you get well soon. Thanks, my brother. Amen. Alrighty, Chad. Let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into economic calendar. Big shout out to New Squawk, our research partner. Okay, check them out, New Squawk. They're providing the headlines for us, and I think you guys would have seen their services, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. All right, guys, Thursday, 2 days left. I think markets are going to start ramping up now to the end of the week and next week as well. Big one. ECB, we've got the monetary policy statement later this afternoon. This is basically the equivalent of their FOMC. So they expect it to cut by 0.25, all right? So that's also in line with what the Fed is going to be doing. We've got some CPI coming out of Spain, mid-tier data, expecting inflation just to remain flat where it is. A little bit later, we've got some jobless claims coming out, and then also we've got some inflation figures, PPI, also coming out to 30. All right, so they're actually expecting an increase on PPI. That's quite interesting. Then we've got the Bank of England monetary policy report hearings. So that's almost, I want to say, almost similar to Powell going to the Senate and the Congress and basically reporting on what they've been doing. And then also later tonight, we've got the monthly budget statement. So they're expecting an increased deficit of 350 billion, all right? Not million, billion. So, but we've known that that the US has been operating in a deficit for how many years? But anyways, so that is what we've got on. Not too much going on here, but enough for us to get our way through the markets here this morning. So DXY, Chad, I'm just going to start off with the weekly for some of you that might have missed it. Remember, we were potentially bearish on the week, and we've been speaking quite a bit about this 200 level. It's not a level that we trade at quite a lot. So basically in the last 3 years, we've only traded around that level 3 times, okay? And every single time, the first time we rejected it and we held above and we continued. Then we came back, minor little tap in there and then away. And then December last year, tapped it again, just tapped and flew away. And now we're doing something similar to what we did here. And this is what I want to talk about. So let me just clear up my chart here a bit. So look at this piece of price action here. Okay, sorry, I see the chat is not coming up there. Give me 1 second. All right, there. Look at this piece of price action here, and then come back to this piece of price action that we had here. All right. This time we were coming from the downside, came to the upside, spent 3 weeks there, almost 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and then only did we have the breakout to the upside. This time around, we're coming from the upside, and we are now trading below it. So there is the possibility for us to spend some time around this 200 level, and that bearish scenario could still potentially play out, but it's going to take maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks for us to either reject this level to come lower, or we're going to hold above it and we're going to go back to the upside. So just something to note. It's something that I looked at last night as well, and that I've been thinking about. And the daily for me as well, we spoke about it, this daily being in some type of range here. All right, that is some type of range that we are in. And then also we've got the bigger daily range, which is ultimately this range here. Okay, let me just bring this out a little bit here. And then we've got this bigger range that we are in. So this is quite a big range. There, that is the spot where I said, listen here, we can't deny the fact that this could be a potential double bottom here. And it was on a weekly S1, very close to the previous weekly low. And then we bounced up. But then also, we cannot deny the fact that we've got a potential top here as well. So it is rangy, it is a little bit tough, so we're going to need to see some type of breakout. All right, now when I drop down to the lower time frames, we took yesterday's high. Okay, we took that high, we actually gapped up and we rejected it twice during Asia. 2 rejections there, now trading below Asia lows. So my idea is, if we cannot get back above Asia lows, we can continue lower. If we can hold Asia lows, we're going higher. But if we reject Asia lows, then what I want to see is what are we going to do here at the 200. So 2 zones to monitor. I want to say stay out of this zone. Chad, please, please stay out of this zone here. This is going to be the zone that you want to stay out of. So anything above there, anything below here, or even if we reject there, you can use the 200 as an advantage point. Okay, that looks a little bit, yeah, a little construction sign there. US 30 on the weekly. Let's quickly speak about this on the weekly. So yesterday I told you guys we can come back into this weekly zone. That is where we can find some fresh demand. And I didn't take a trade there. I just said that is where we can find demand. And we took it. We flipped bearish. We are all the way back bullish to the upside. Okay, very interesting. Remember, also, let me do this. Also, I was talking about this last night with a friend as well. And I said, everyone's saying we're in a downtrend, and I'm like, it's difficult for me to see the downtrend with this. All right, so I still made the comment last night. We were on a conference call, and I said the only reason or the only time I can get bearish on US 30 ultimately is if we take this low here, because then that is a shift in the market happening. But we are clearly making higher highs and higher lows, okay? Even though it's ugly, it's overlapping, it is still drifting to the upside, all right? The daily time frame for me now is very, very interesting. And the reason why I say that is, this is what I want to consider. Yesterday, we spoke about this zone, and I said we held bearish, but we held above that zone. Okay, let me do this. So that was a previous area of resistance. This was a previous area of support there. I saw this, and that's why I was bullish yesterday on indices. I saw this as the fake out. This right here, because I saw it as a fake out because we immediately came back above. Closed bearish, but still holding above that zone. Now, yesterday, look at this. Taking basically 3 previous daily lows. Let me just get this. It's a little bit more of an education session, Chad. You're not going to miss anything. We are going to be ready for it. But we basically took 3 daily lows and we closed bullish yesterday, still respecting that level. And what I want to see today is if we can hold above this zone right here, this daily zone, because what's going to happen then is on a line chart, you're actually going to see a shift back to the upside. For today, very important, we want to be holding above the previous daily high, okay? Which also beautifully coincides with the Asia high. Asia lows are not taken yet, so that is pretty tough for us, but ideally, in an ideal world, we want to see a continuation move away from here, okay? If we get that, otherwise what's going to happen is if we start closing back below, very easy target Asia lows, and then we'll still need to see what we do a little bit later. But this zone is going to be critical for this session. NASDAQ weekly. NASDAQ on the weekly, we also spoke about this zone right here. And at the start of the week, I said I'm bearish if we can hold below this zone. So we are currently holding it. And I said also we can potentially come to retest this upper zone here on the daily. Remember I talked about it. If you look to your left here, you can clearly see a lot of support there. Then it was resistance there. Then we had a little bit of a consolidation here, but I said this is the zone that we can come back to retest. So yesterday, beautiful bullish close, holding now within this zone. So very likely this is going to be our trading range for the day, okay? Between 19,580 and 19,134. 5-minute time frame. Also, previous daily high, not yet tested. So I'm going to say the zone that you want to monitor going into the rest of the session is this box here. If we can hold this box, going to the upside. If we start breaking below it, we're going to the downside. Gold, last one here, weekly. Let me just turn this off a little bit. Weekly time frame, I told you I am bullish. We were bearish, but I also said we've got the chance of us copy and pasting what we've done from these lows. And I was bullish yesterday on gold. We didn't get the bullish move. Daily time frame, let's go to the daily. Daily, we've also been sounding like a broken record here, but on the daily, we in this consolidation hold. And I do think, Chad, I'm going to be very honest with you, I do think today we're going to get a full-bodied closure outside of this range. And the next day basically creates a bottom wick, taps that zone and flips bullish. I do think we're going to get a massive breakout to the upside. Up until then, we can just bounce in and between these ranges. Yesterday, quite a sticky little daily candle. So bias today is still neutral. 5-minute time frame. Let's quickly see what we've got on the 5. Okay. Already tested Asia highs, beautiful. That was around about 20 past 6. And I want to say if we can do another test here and hold, we're holding above the 200. And then the 15-minute is all the way down here. So yesterday, quite a bit of trading around that 15-minute. I don't know if you guys can see here. I know Ed took some trades. There was a trade early this morning with the turtle wave. I don't think anyone was awake at that stage, but yeah, we're going to need to focus on what's going to happen here at Asia highs. And if I go to my grid, give me 1 second. Yeah, okay, so daily EQ grid level. So we want to see what are we going to do around about this level. Chad, that is our potential zone where we can start to look long. If we start breaking below this zone, then I would potentially look for the shorts. Then all of this was just a fake out to the upside. Previous daily high all the way up there. So it's going to be an interesting session on gold for me. Then looking at the Hang Seng, beautiful push to the upside, 1.34, 1.36, bullish. Nikkei 3.4%. Bulls in Japan are absolutely relentless. And then also I will be looking for buys on US30 today. Let's see how the daily closed yesterday. Yeah, daily closed under pressure now, gapping up. Gonna wait for that opening range. But Chad, a little bit of a deeper analysis here for you guys. Yesterday obviously catching us a little bit off guard. But that is the markets, Chad. Keeks, just throw me that on. Keeks will do his analysis and... Whoa.
That was bad. Guys, I'm literally at the end of these documents.
No,
Give me like
stress,
5 minutes
stress.
and then I'll be with you guys.
Keeks will just give you his setups. Give him time to do his analysis. But we are here. Hope you guys are well. Grab a kick on US30 looking good. Yeah, daily EQ all the way down there. Fubs, I do agree. I think if you get a nice little rejection, you're off the previous daily high and the Asia highs, the grabber kick can really put in some work. Yeah, Chad, I blew up yesterday on that prop challenge. I'm gonna over the weekend actually go through all of the trades. Looking at the stats, weirdly enough, my expectancy was positive. My risk reward was positive. It was just a string of losses for me and bad management, trade management. So I'm actually gonna, for Project G guys, gonna do a little bit of a PowerPoint, gonna document each and every trade, go through it and see where things went south. Was thinking, I also chatted to Keeks yesterday and I said I think it was a little bit all over the place for me personally, introducing that 4-hour strat. The scalping on gold was, Chad, there just were no scalps for us to take on the grid. So I'm going to go back on it, see basically, because here's the thing. If you consistently do something and you can't figure out what the correlation is, so there's obviously something that needs tweaking from the last month. So it's either just trades that weren't there or either it's just trades that didn't work out. But I'm going to go back, go and see there. And then obviously the last week, I was trying to throw some Hail Marys. So all honesty, that got away from me there. But I think just for myself as well, going to go through all of that. And I think that can also be a separate call, just going through it and just going to pick up on what was done well, what was not done well. Was the trades within my framework? Did I not manage it well? So I'm actually going to replay all the trades. So I'm going to go on FX replay. I'm going to go from the start and I'm going to play the trades out in real time. So it might take me 4 or 5 hours to do. But that's what we're going to do. Yo, Mondre, how's it going? What would you suggest? It's my first time back at the charts in 2.5 months. Mondre, close your charts, come back in 5 months. No, I'm kidding. I would say nothing changes, Mondre. The principles of the market remain the same. I think just start off with doing your top-down analysis. Maybe take a week or so just to observe price action. And yeah, slowly ease back into it. It's almost like riding a bike. You don't forget how to ride a bike. You're going to be rusty a little bit, but Chad, markets are open and in motion, baby. Ding, 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 ding. This is the official round 7 fight. US30 sell under Asia low will be a big move to the downside. I like the gold setup. Grab a kick on US. Inflation data, then soap. If pain gets bad, bro, think about getting castration done. Hey, Bugatti, you mean might as well just take everything off. Might as well do a sex change. Chris, what do you think about Rocket 21, the prop firm? Stay away. Save your money. Stay away. It's still owned by Angelo, the guy from TFT. Alex G is not the owner. Angelo is the owner. Only reason why Rocket 21 is still open, they're targeting the South American market, Latino market, Mexican market, so different demographic. So that's the only reason that didn't close down with TFT and the rest. But Angelo is still the owner there. Hi guys, been following you for a week now. This week I set myself a challenge to double my account every day from Monday. Yo, okay. Cam, take it easy, bro. If you want to double your account every day, it means that you're risking the entire account. So if you've doubled it up now, maybe taper back on that risk, because one of the days you're going to get it wrong. You're going to get emotionally attached to the trade, and yeah, then all of that work up until now is gone. So alrighty, DXY, nice little bounce off the 200, immediately back into the Asia range. US30 now retesting that backside of the previous daily high. NASDAQ in that zone we spoke about, so things are going to move here. I'm expecting some volume here today, guys. So these sessions that we've had with no volume, the data has come out, the markets are going to start reacting to it. We've got FOMC in a week. I do think markets are going to start to make some moves here. The rest of this week and next week. Fundamental chat, telling you guys and the rest, just check the chat. Sorry, man. Reading this morning is not on the agenda for me. There you can see 88% already. So 0.25 is locked in. November already looking like another 0.25 or 0.5. That's still 50-50. Now we're going to start looking at November and December. So the markets are seeing rates at 4.5 for December. So that's basically a total of a 1% cut in total.
All right, I'm here. I'm back, Chad. I'm ready to go. Put me.
All right, you're in. Give it to the boys. Quick,
Right,
rapid
guys.
fire.
So
None
let's
of that
run through
long-winded
this.
stuff I did.
All right, guys. Okay, DXY. We are, again, I still don't like the bullish momentum, but there is a good chance we can be going bullish purely 101.550. We held that level, key level 100, 900. You saw yesterday, big test over there, trading off. We want to see 101.500. Again, don't trust the move, but again, that's what we're looking at. So we had a little bit of a gap up, came back down, filled the gap. What we were looking at, weekly R1, previous weekly highs, and this. We saw the same thing with the indices yesterday. Go in for those levels. If you guys weren't listening, you missed out on some massive moves yesterday. I'm actually feel bad I didn't take them, but again, I stuck to my rules, had a good day. We'll talk about it when we get there. But obviously, previous daily highs, weekly R1. So if we fail at these levels, good chance we are turning it around. Otherwise, I want to see DXY go bullish. We've obviously seen the move over here, previous daily highs trading here. Very simple. DXY above previous daily highs, going bullish. We go for that 101.550. If we fail at this previous daily high, we're coming back down, daily pivot EQ, and we're going to see that dollar weakness start to come in. Going over to the indices now. So NASDAQ having the move over there, guys. I'm going to be taking a little bit more of that neutral outlook. So I'm going to say neutral purely because I want to still see what dollar is going to do there, but you are going to see this flip start to come in here for me. But on the daily, so weekly still there, but daily I am going to say bullish. That's just how I want to see things play out here. So NASDAQ, we are looking at that move over there. Please take note, there obviously wasn't a bottom wick there on the daily, but we are above the 200, holding this weekly R1, good chance. So again, same thing we always talk about, what's most likely, weekly R2, psychological 20,000 all the way up here. But first, daily key level 19,550. So we're going to be looking out for that. Again, massive candles here. We know from the news candles last week. Basically, I want to see this almost retraced. So we do have news coming out today. We definitely can have that on the card. So just keep a lookout for that, guys. But same thing, yeah, previous daily highs. If NASDAQ can very simply hold these previous daily highs, there comes that bullish move. If we fail, good chance we are coming back down just to at least test Asia lows. Weekly R1 can just be the wick out and then continue bullish after that. Otherwise, if it does that typical move, it's going to trade down, hold weekly R1, come back down for daily pivot, even the monthly pivot, and then we can see the moves come in a little bit after that. But I do like the bullish momentum. US 30, guys, again, same thing. So US 30, I'm still staying neutral. We had the massive move, but we did tick boxes. So the big boxes we spoke about was 40,000. If you guys were yesterday, we spoke about it, psychological level 40,000. Traded down, it tapped that move and then left. Let's just go down here. There you guys can see it. Trading down yesterday, I pulled the trade because I said, hey, 4%, I'm taking it. But I said if you wanted to hold, that was an easy no-brainer. We had the gap fill over here. So again, the gap fill was even a little bit further down. And then we said once we had the gap fill, 100% was going for 40K. Once it hit 40K, you can see the tap, doji candle, and then big reversal to come retrace the news candles. We said, again, very simple. It's going to do that. And then, again, just went bullish straight afterwards. So now it's definitely on the cards here. What I'm going to be looking for is, again, on the 4 hour, you guys are going to see this. We've traded into this level. We want to see it hold to go bullish. So we don't want to see massive pullbacks. So if we get something like this trading back down, there's previous daily highs that we're at now. Not only are we holding that level and we're going to start turning that resistance into support, it's holding Asia highs, previous daily high, and we can see that momentum to the top side. Very simple, same thing. If we fail here, good chance we can come down for Asia lows and this possible 47.50 key area. We've seen that as well. And then trading bullish after that. But I am liking the buys. Then gold. Gold is the tricky one here today for me. Personally, we're going to talk about this one here. I want to still say I'm bearish, guys. For me, this failure, that was the big one. The fact we're going to see everything else go bullish, I am more on the bearish side of it. The 4 hour, we spoke about this. We saw it in the past and we kept talking about these lower lows the whole time. We're going to see it start playing off. Yeah, this was the big candle. You've retraced a lot of it. Now we're going to start going bearish. Once we break into Asia highs, I'm going to start looking for any shorts over here. Asia lows untested using the EQ, daily pivot, big move to the downside. We're going to be looking at this here. The thing for me is we came back with a lot of momentum, guys, trying to take all of this out. And once we did that again, came back, everything was good. But when we lost our momentum over here, we're going to talk about this here quickly. There was the candle, move retraced, okay? Then we came back down. Today, yes, we tried to fight back. Again, it's another fail. So for me, again, the buyers are just running out of steam. And you got to think of this as an investor, guys. How many times are you going to keep knocking on the door before you realize, listen, this door is not going to come down. Let me take what I have and let me run. The more guys that start to think like that, the weaker the buyers are going to start getting at this point. So that's where we're going to see that big crash eventually start coming in here for gold. So now until, again, the cut is next week, I think we're going to see that pair start to fall a bit. From the when the cut comes in, we can see if gold can have another shot at this. But until then, I'm going to be bearish. So again, once you look at Asia highs broken in, I'm going to start looking for the sells, Asia lows, and then very simple, guys. 4 hour. We're going to look to retrace all of this. Aim for these lows, aim for previous daily lows, and again, that 2,500 level again. So that is pretty much everything from my side, guys.
Keys, that was very impressive. Really appreciate rapid fire analysis.
Got you, bro.
All right, Chad, markets are in motion here. Let's see if we can get into some positions here. Ooh, okay, US 30 said wait. Hold on to my coffee here. NASDAQ now in that little danger zone. Already at euros this morning. Okay, now to see what gold is going to do. SA40 just waiting for that range to be established. Previous daily high untested. Opening range high. Already up 1.41 futures. I actually want to potentially look for some shorts, guys. There's a massive gap sitting here. Can be a breakaway gap, but yeah, let's see. Got some info on Apple yesterday. Some yeah, can't disclose too much, but Apple is planning something, guys. Apple is planning something big. New product being planned. So yo, why does this chart look so busy? Lapse. Now when you let me just put this on one. I think it's because I've got oh that looks better. Yeah, chat. Apple at that yearly R1 monthly pivot level. Microsoft, nice little bounce there as well. Yeah, some insider information. Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, guys. Got some info to say any dip should be bought. Kribo, yes, my here. Hey, Bunang, how's it going, my brother? Hope you're doing well. Fabs, Chris, never been around to trade during a rate cut hike. Is the event tradable? Fabs, not really. There's a lot of volatility, but it's usually so close to the end of the day. And nobody is going to make some big moves at the end of the day. So usually it takes about 2 days for everyone to digest what has been said. So it's usually a lot of volatility, but it's not an event you want to trade. So who's drinking alcohol in the chat? Inflation data, dense hopes for big Fed rate cut. Ndorbo, like I said, for me personally, I don't like the 50 basis point cut. That's gonna spook the markets. Me and Keegan had that chat yesterday as well, where we said a 25 basis point cut is actually bullish for equities. It's showing that the market is more robust. The market can sit through some of these tighter conditions that we've got. So yeah, I don't like if 50 basis point cut definitely going to spook the market. So I think the 0.25 is the much better cut. So yeah, 0.25 is definitely the better. Yeah, then we've got our call tonight, guys. I think it's going to be somewhat of a backtesting session. Keeks, how are you feeling after losing your first CPI for the year? The man's got a pulse, Chad. The man's got a pulse. He's got a pulse. He's human. It's confirmed.
Bro. Honestly, bro, it's chill though. These things happen. It's part of the game.
But I think you were, like I said yesterday, you were more relaxed. Almost like not a case of like you already won 9 events.
Yeah.
It was just a case of like you're not gonna. It was a free event, free in terms of all the other events that got clapped.
Yeah, the big thing for me was I think it was an idea. As I said, what was meant to be is going to be. we weren't that happy with what was going into that event, so it was really a case of, you know what, we'll see what happens. Yeah, you take it on the chin, move on. We always say it's part of the game. You got to lose sometime. So, hey, we just hopefully, we always say, guys, we're just not going to make that the trend. So take that one, and now we get back to winning ways.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird event going into it because everything was very mixed for us, and I think both of us were saying that. Remember what you actually said at the start of the week.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say at the start of the week? Quickly think about it. What was your initial bias? You wanted to buy dollar, and you wanted to sell, and both of us came out saying that we are looking for bullish dollar.
Yeah.
And we were looking for bearish US 30. That when me and Keegan started the week. And then the way that it traded initially in the week threw us off. And that's when we started doubting ourselves to say, okay, Keegs, now it's looking the other way.
Yeah, hey, we did what we had to do, bro. It wasn't, as you say, it wasn't what we would have wanted. But it's part of the game.
Guys, we man drink alcohol at least. That's what we do in our trading desk in London. Yeah, no man drinks in the morning. So yeah, unfortunate for the guys in the London desk. Why is it when we backtest NASDAQ 100 on a monthly chart, it always bearish for the month of September at the candlestick? Could be seasonality, red one. You can go and check seasonality charts. Could be the seasonality of it. Chris, kan jy asseblief van der Pro se 45%? Ek weet nie eers van nie. Justin, so ek gaan nie vir jou kan verduidelik nie. Sorry man, eerlikwaar ek weet nie van ek weet nie eers van der Pro nie. So the lesson is go with your initial buy. Jonathan, I don't think so. I think to some extent we that was our initial bias. But also we've said it so many times before that you can have a bias on the day and things can change, things can shift. Keegan said it so many times before as well. We can have a bias to start the week and then 2 days in things have shifted and you can't marry that bias from Monday. So I honestly, yesterday when we did our analysis and the night before chatting about it, and we said, dude, win or lose, we're gonna put it in.
Yeah.
Hey Roxanne, I'm telling Keegs, there's power in the tongue, but we're never gonna say anything negative. Chris, how does it feel your side after chalking the funded account? No feeling really. It's just a case of going back and seeing where it went wrong. So, yeah, definitely no feeling. So, just got to go back, got to go see what was the pattern, what was done wrong, what should be tweaked. So it's just data for me to go back on and see where to improve, what to take out, what to do differently. So that is just trading. If you have a feeling about it and you don't go and use that data, because that's basically 6 weeks worth of data, then I would say that's a lost cause. And I think that's what a lot of guys just do. They just fail the account, buy a new one, and then they just do the same thing they did previously. They don't go back and physically go through every trade, trying to nitpick what they can improve on. Chris, what time range are you using for the opening range? I'm using 15 minutes, my brother. So basically, as the markets open, I wait to see what the 15 minutes. Because it is possible if URL can do fundamental signal where URL change 100 or something a fundamental. Because is it possible if do No. We don't want to yeah. It's we just have Project G. We don't want to complicate it. No feeling, hence the Silas. What is that? I've never heard that. What the flip? Bugatti, what is that? Yeah, what is this word? Imagine starting an account during a losing streak. Hey man, it happens. Yeah, Stian, that is the definition of a crazy person. Silas is like Viagra, Krivo. Hey man. Hey man, no feeling. No. So in Dorbo, I've been open and transparent about my trading for many years. I don't need to hide in a corner or anything. It was just bad trade management. A lot of it just came down to bad trade management. If I take it, for instance, that 1 week when I basically in 2 days 4R basically going to shit to break even. So it's just a case of bad trade management. That's literally just what I need to go and refine on. It wasn't even a lack of being in winning trades. It's just a cuck trading where you want to try and swing for the fences on days where you know it's going to range, and then on days where you're expecting volume, then it's bad trade management. Need to go back, need to go and set the rules again, set the rules straight, and then also be a little bit more strict on myself. If there's no setup, don't try and get creative with the setup. Just because there's a stream, you sometimes feel this pressure of I need to give a trade. And that's when myself and Keegan also chatted about the one day. It's like, dude, there's no trade, and now you almost and it's not just to give you guys a trade, it's almost a case of you sitting here and it's like, dude, I can't get a setup, and it's a case of flip. I can't sit here 2-3 days straight in a London session and not take a trade. Like, let me at least take a jab at something. So being a lot more strict in that sense as well. Chris, please have a look at BTC. Okay, I'll check now. Where are you guys from? We are from South Africa, my brother. Less is more in trading, 100%. Yes, I hear the accent. All right. Let's quickly look at BTC. Let's quickly check BTC. All right. Okay. BTC, very interesting. Very interesting for me. BTC is now in between this yearly R2 and the yearly R1. So for me personally, and then that monthly pivot, the weekly is still bearish. The weekly closed below this previous weekly low there. And now it's also testing this previous little breakout zone here, if you check there. So in a delicate little zone. So I'm going to say for BTC, you're going to need to wait and see what we do at these two yearly pivot levels. So obviously price has been struggling to, we had that first initial bounce of the yearly R2, had a nice push up. But then from there, we've never been able to hold above that yearly R2. So I'm going to say, in all honesty, rather sit out of trying to buy this dip. I know it's 8.5%. I would rather give up that 8.5% and wait for a beautiful confirmed entry on the yearly R2. Otherwise, what I will say is if we can hold this yearly R1, look for a potential setup there. Otherwise, what's going to happen is we're going to come back into, I think this is like some type of monthly order block level here. Was it a quarterly one? I know we had something in here. But in all honesty, what's the name is just setting up, Bitcoin is just setting up for a move. So are they gonna, I know there was a reason we had these green lines here. Chad, let me just look. I think it was fib levels, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, it was fib levels. Yeah, there's the 50, there's the 62, and then that was the mid zone. Yeah. So you can potentially see Bitcoin really loves to come back to these extreme pivot Fibonacci levels. So you can maybe see before the end of the year institutions basically scaring out retail, and then as retail sells into this, they'll start buying into that fear up until they basically the weekends are shaken. And then you can still see a move, but Bitcoin is bullish. Like it does the same cycles. Even if you go and look at all the previous cycles, it's very predictable in the sense it does the same cycle over and over and over for like the last 4 or 5 bull runs. So if you don't mind sitting through some drawdown, or if you've got fear of missing it out, forget about time. My one mate, South African guy that lives now in Germany, all he's been doing, he's been dollar cost averaging into it. He sees it as a little savings plan. He buys his monthly Bitcoin and he just leaves it, sets and forgets it, doesn't micromanage it. So end of the day, that's how you scale into it. Oh, Carl, no, we sent that account to the metaverse. Sometimes we force trades up. I have times where I get it set up and win in London session. No, I need to step away, then lose the profits in. Yeah, dude, that is part of trading. That is part of trading. That is the unfortunate reality of it. Hey, Chad, look at that. Flip sakes, beautiful. That was a beautiful setup there. Previous daily. Let's see where that goes. Let's see what NAS is doing. Okay. Yeah, maybe you can still catch NAS, but beautiful trade here. Who got the US 30 trade here? I'm not in it, but this is a continuation setup. There was that reversal break of the downtrend. So there was your bearish order flow, and then there was your shift here. We maybe get it on the 1 minute. You're going to see it a little bit clearer. So that was the last lower high was there. So you can see that was taken out, and then here's the shift. Beautiful. Enter on rejection from fair value gap 5 minute. Where's the fair value gap rejection? I'm in the US 30, beautiful. Yeah, these are also some trades that I'm going to start looking at, even on gold. Purely using the Asia range, because a lot of the setups Asia range work very well, and even trades like this, getting a little bit more aggressive with the entries, but also being very aggressive with the trade management. But let's see, this is that zone we spoke about. So all honesty, if we hold above this 200, beautiful, and then obviously we need to hold above Asia highs, then I'll start looking for some longs here. Because then we've held the 200, we've held the daily EQ 2515. And we can see that move to the upside. Beautiful US 30. My goodness. Beautiful analysis here as well. How much is this up now? 50. Nice. What is NASDAQ doing? Alright, let's see if NAS can retest that down here. Funded Pro, 45% consistently. The rule states that earnings of your best trading day should not exceed 45% of your total profits. Chad, I'm just going to point this out. When prop firms do the consistency rule, who do you think it favors? That's my only question I'm going to ask. The consistency rule. Who does the consistency rule favor? Quick one. So what they're basically telling you is you can't make more money. The trader probably, no. No. Do you find us? So the rule states that the earnings of your best trading day should not exceed. So they're putting a cap on your profits. It is not. It's not favoring the trader. It's only favoring the prop firm. And yeah, I don't like Funded Pro. Because I know the guys who run it. It's the same guys that basically fronted 2 or 3 brokers for Q Banks. That William, what's the Anthony's World? Yeah, I'm not going to mention names, but yeah, that is not benefiting the trader. Anything that you put a cap on, like, oh, you can't exceed this amount of profit, it's only protecting the prop firm. It's not for the benefit of the trader. 2G's trading a fundamental dump was dropped in the chat. Yeah, sorry, Dylan. I was just not. Sorry, man. Not from tomorrow. I'll get back on that horse, but the fundamental chat. I personally love Vault Fund and the rest may exist for others. I'm okay. There you go, Chad. No, so the prop firms that do that, they're trying to cap your upside, and that's just to protect themselves. It's for no one else. It's not for your benefit. It's only for their own benefit. The fact you asked it, I thought it was like a trick question initially. Thought it sounds sketch. No, it is sketch. It is sketch. So your prop firm does not have a limit on the profits. No, Dwayne Libber. Ask Penang Financial Institute there if there was a limit on his profits. Ask the man himself there in the chat. Most of these rules are purely to protect the prop firm. The consistency rule, basically you can't make more than 45% of your best day trading. All of these little intricate stuff is just to make sure that you don't make money. That is literally all. He's there in the chat, Penang. Penang is there. He's in the chat. Penang Financial Institute is here in the chat. He's just busy with a lot of projects on his side. He's just busy. He's in the ministry, so he's been sending me photos. They've used that money well. Built a church, got cameras, Bonanga's got better cameras than us now. The man got, I think it's 2 Sony camcorders. Hey, the man put that into the ministry, my brother. Jason owes maximum profit. That is. I hope you don't think that benefits you as a trader. Maximum profit rule. Alright, Chad, here we go. Opening range low. Guys, are there any tips for a beginner trader like me? Like, where can I start? Go exclamation Discord. Would you go long in US 30 now? No, you missed it. You missed it. If you go and check the Discord under our free education section, this is the setup here. It's actually, it's a textbook setup. So go exclamation Discord right here. This is one of the setups on a buy scenario. Let me just show you. This is a continuation buy right here. It's actually more a reversal buy setup. So it's this setup right here. Let's actually start doing this again. It actually worked quite well, snipping it. Go exclamation Discord, start there, my brother. And then you can go exclamation G if you want to take it further. So this setup here is basically that setup there. So you've got that false break to the downside. And then you break above that most recent area there, which is here. So if you look at that there, let's remove this minor break there. So then you'll see that that is where the reversal occurs. So if you draw it something like this, there's the bearish order flow. And then there we pierced it, pulled back, and then we broke back above that. So that is where that reversal buy comes in. Almost like a W with a low, if you want to call it that. So start there and then just start with your framework of where you want to buy, where you want to target price. And then for the gentleman asking, we're actually shooting at 10 videos today, but in Project G, we've got a nice education library that is basically for beginners as well. It's actually that's how we planned it. So you start off from very simple to very advanced. Chris, please, what does SA40 price looks as in lot size price per? This is, so currently I'm using 5 lots on SA40, 5 lots, and I go with a 150 stop. I don't know 100% what it is in points, but 5 lots with a 150 point stop is basically $42 that you're risking. So let's work it back quickly. Let's do this quickly. So if we want to work it back, it's 150 points. Sorry, it's $40 divided by 150. So it's basically $0.26 per if you go 1 lot. No, sorry, then I still need to divide that by 5. So it is basically per point, it is 0.0053. Let's times that by. So 1 lot is basically 1 rand per point. In simple terms, that's basically what it is, 1 rand per point. 1 lot, 1 rand per point. There, we quickly did the calc. Out of 10, what would you rate FTMO, Uncle Chris? FTMO is solid, but I would say support local. Local is like a Vault Funder, just as good. Vault Funder, just as good. Nothing wrong with Vault Funder. Nothing wrong with FTMO. But if you can support a local business, support local. We've seen the fruits of Vault Funder. There's one example. The fruit of one of them is Bonang in here. So that money going for a good cause, going straight into the ministry. And there's been a lot of other guys as well. There's been some beautiful payouts. So yeah, if you want to support local, support Vault Funder, and you also support us. God is my witness. There you go. There we go. First Vault Funder, second FTMO. Beautiful. All right, Chad. This is a little bit interesting for me. That opening gap is pretty scary down there. Pretty little scary opening gap there. I'm gonna take a jab here in 20 seconds. If we can break this minor structure to the upside, then I'm just gonna take a little quick jab here. Otherwise, I'm going to see if we can get maybe a continuation back to the downside, at least fill some of this gap to the downside. And then gold, I just want to see if we can hold Asia highs. Kicks on your grabber kick, for instance, on US30 today, like an Asia high hold, is that something you would have considered or not?
No.
Too far away from the EQ.
And there's no other major levels.
Okay.
So for me, yeah, I wouldn't take that.
Thanks. Yeah, Tissy, look, it is super bullish. This is super bullish. Just 1.5% on the day. We can pull back a little bit, daily EQ, daily R1, and then make our way back to the upside. So I'm just going to take the context of this 200. Listen to me, 200. The context of the opening range. We saw yesterday again. The opening range, even on US30, is something that we can't deny, and sometimes it's scary. It's exactly the same with the Kraken when we started. It was going against everything in us. If you take it at Geeks, the first time the Kraken, it's like, we're buying at the high, or you're selling at the low. Is there possible buy in gold? Yeah, there is a definite possible buy if we hold above the Asia highs. Otherwise, what's going to happen is all of this was just the move up, the fake out. So you need to hold Asia highs, and if you hold Asia highs, then we can start trading away from that 200. So that's what. Ooh. Okay, now I wouldn't have taken this. I think it's Tissy. Yeah, no retest on the backside of that opening range. So we'll see if we can get a retest on that backside. US30 is still, yes, it is. It is. check here. Russia attacked energy infrastructure in 6 regions in the past 24 hours. Ukraine's energy minister says that could be a little bit of... that was 933. So that could also be one of the reasons we saw gold jump a bit. Chinese Commerce Ministry will visit Europe next week to discuss electronic vehicle tariffs. Chinese Commerce Minister to meet with EU Commission. Stocks open higher. CBKGY seeks to defend itself from... Alright. 14 billion DB Schenker deal. ECB policy announcement later today. China CSI 300 index closes at the lowest level since early 2019. There are no other major headlines here. Keeks, you're only allowed to trade one symbol for the rest of your life. What do you trade?
USD.
There we go. You fell out of love a little bit with gold, huh? Not complete, like you had a monster. Was it this week or last week?
Last week. Yeah.
Not complete, but there was a time when it was literally just gold.
Yeah, the thing right now is, for me, the big problem is it's a rangy market.
On gold,
Yeah.
makes it tough, yeah.
Because my thing is, guys, as much as yes, it looks like you're getting good moves, you literally at all-time highs, then you back to 2,500, then back to all-time highs, and then back to 2,500, then back to all-time highs. It's a big range, but it's just ranging.
Yeah, that's what's been wrecking me. Vault Funder is the one. I'm 0.5% up at phase 1, and so far everything is smooth. NASDAQ for me. Yes, the NASDAQ was, especially in the South African context. Kids, you remember when everyone was just NAS Mull? It was just NAS boys, NAS 400, NAS Kings, NAS boys, NAS. Everything was just NAS, and it's NAS on your number plates and on your car. And then US 30 came in. And then everyone was like, US 30 strat. Like, if you love NAS, you're going to love the US 30 boys.
Yeah, I don't know where it even really came in there. Like, they all just went crazy, like, out of the blue about it.
How did Marco do on a 100k funded account giveaway? I think it was when he hit 10k subs. I don't know. NAS Ape, NAS Gorilla, NAS Lion. We're going to change Keegan into Lion US 30. The Lion of US 30. Wasn't that during COVID times, Chris? Everyone. Nazam, you know what's weird? Hey, Nila. Thanks so much for the dino, my brother. Beautiful. You know what's weird? NASDAQ, obviously, it started with JP Markets. JP Markets gave basically, you had very little margin requirement for NAS, and the contract size was so big. And the guys didn't realize that trading 0.01 is like a one lot with any offshore broker. But what they don't realize is that US 30 is more volatile, because US 30, the index is more than double the size of that. That's what guys don't get. You look at the size of an index to determine what the average range is going to be. So US 30 is double the size of NASDAQ. NASDAQ is 19,200. US 30 is 40,960. So you're going to get a lot bigger moves on US 30. The same with SPX, like S&P 500. You're going to get maybe like a 7 or a 15 point move, because the index is a lot smaller. So if you go, for instance, SPX here, let's quickly add SPX. SPX is 5,500. So that's basically almost a tenth of US 30s. So your moves here are also going to be a lot smaller. So I think the guys were looking for big moves, and it's not that the moves didn't come from NASDAQ itself. It just came from the minimum contract size that JP markets were giving at that stage. So yeah, that NAS frenzy. Can we call it a NAS frenzy, Keeks?
100% call it a frenzy.
A NAS epidemic. Epidemics. Just check. Keeks, I just want to answer this quickly. I want to throw on your screen
good, bro.
quickly. That seems important.
Yeah, guys, as I said, so for me, as we basically watching, I know we're not going to trade DXY, but I'm watching because the big thing for me is if DXY fails at these previous daily highs we spoke about, it's quite a big aggressive move. So even if we don't get the setup, for example, like this lining up nicely, the EQ holding, those type of things are lining up, we can anticipate these obviously to start turning. So it's a bit of a thing, but yeah, basically watching between gold and DXY at the moment. How to create an account? I said that also for a company name. Yeah, Jean. So you don't actually create an account on MetaTrader. You have to trade with a broker or a prop firm that has MetaTrader. So you have to go create an account. So let's say with Vault Markets, create your account with Vault Markets, that it will you, and then select MetaTrader 5 or 4, and then you'll get MetaTrader 5 or 4, and use those login details to sign in on it. Triggers. I prefer US30 than NASDAQ. NASDAQ plays a lot before moving and blows people will stop loss. Name US30 is instant on moves. Yeah, but there is times US30 I think consolidates a little bit. I don't mean like crazy, but I mean we've seen it with the firecracker where it will give you that wick down, wick up, or just a wick up and then shoot down. So where it's not going to range, it might just give you a little bit of a move. Otherwise, yeah, it does then just shoot away. Yeah, sorry guys, it's just I don't know why these headsets are chalking my ears today. Like it's giving me such a headache. So yeah, just so DXY is still holding there. Keane, do you know the spread on gold on Vault Markets? I'm not sure, bro. I'd have to look here quickly. So I'll actually hold on. Yeah, I should be able to put it on for you guys. I'm just gonna see, yeah, bro. If I go on to let's drop down. Okay, my brother, keep in mind I am on thingy, but let's just get your, so there is your, just let me get it on for you. Yeah, there you go, brother. So if I show you, so this is a vault account, just so you can see. If we trade there, that is a vault account. There's the spreads. Right, you can see that, yeah. So there's the spreads you can see on a vault account. That's not the same for everyone. I guess it depends on how you trade it. Yeah. What indicator are you guys using? We're using the 2G's indicator. Yeah, bro, take that off a bit. Hope the headache goes away. yeah, my head is just pounding, bro. DXY. So yeah, they're still holding it, guys. Basically, these are like the make or break areas for them today, for me personally. So we just got to see what's going to happen and what it can follow through with. I said I still like the sells. I prefer the sell. Yeah, so I prefer it, but we just have to see what option we get. How do you get the 2G's indicator keys? You have to join Project G and you get the 2G's indicator.
Oh.
My ears are chalk today, bro. Today these headsets are killing
Really?
me. Yeah.
Why are your ears sensitive today?
I don't know, bro. I was saying to the guys, I'm getting like a headache. It's just like yo.
Bro, I think our next investment should just be a quality headset for each of us because we have them on. Chad, we currently holding that 200. It's just a case now of how do you execute on this. US 40, we're going to wait for that retest of the range low. It's just a case of how do you enter this. Because it is holding the EQ, it is holding the 200. DXY. I don't think it's DXY is also at the high of the session and into that daily zone we spoke about. So DXY is looking like it wants to wreck some people here. US 30 all the way back down. NASDAQ, hey, okay, NASDAQ failing that hold there. Chad, now it's starting to go bearish. So monitor the backside here. Monitor that backside. If you get rejections there, we are going lower, believe it or not. That is a weekly R1. Yeah, can't believe we're so bullish here. Biodynamic DT70 Pro. That just sounds expensive, my brother. Let me actually bring that up here on the screen. That just sounds like those headphones that look aesthetically good and cost like 15k. Okay, 4.5. That's not. I'll never spend 4.5 on a headset. One of the chads mentioned this biodynamic. We have to get over ears. These are on ears, and they are tough as nails, Chad.
What is that? The biodynamic DT 990 Pros.
770s.
The 990s are not.
Will you ever spend like 5k for a headset?
Yeah.
Okay, no, but you are a different animal. You are.
Damien is sitting
You are. No, but you're a different animal.
Bro, okay, hold on. Are you gonna cut corners on something we use every single day?
No, I'm not.
Like, I'm not saying we have to buy for the whole studio, just ours that we wear every single day for like 6 hours a day.
No, I don't think we need to cut, but hey, man. 5 G's. That's 10 G's for a headset. 2 headsets.
That's one NFP, bro.
I think.
Okay, hold on. So yeah, here's my thing. What's the difference in us spending 5k on headsets and 5k on microphones?
There's no difference.
The one's capturing the sound, the one's basically broadcasting the sound.
No, but we have to get solid headsets. We spoke about it. We said like that is. Chad, we almost like those guys who want to be uncomfortable. We buy all the other shit that is not. This is like a physical accessory on your head. And we like, no, we want the pain.
Are we back on the 1k motherboard idea?
Just buy.
That's where we are, guys.
We are there. Buy cucked in it. Break by those. It lasts long. I honestly think we need to get the Apple Max. The Max headsets. The Apple ones? The AirPod Max?
For this,
Yeah.
you know they're wireless, right?
No, but you can plug a wire into the receiver.
And plug it into that. I don't think so, bro.
No, you can check a lot of the streamers. So what you do is the Apple, what is it?
Air Max.
Air Max. It almost sounds like a Nike shoe. So you basically use this, the USB-C to 3.5 headphone jack adapter, and you plug that into your headset, so where you charge it.
Yeah.
And then from that 3.5 mil, it just goes straight into, so you get a 3.5 mil to, what's the name, jack.
So here's my question. And how much are the Air Maxes?
They're not bad.
No, how much are they, bro?
I think you can get a...
Guys, now he's going to shock himself.
No, but here's my thing. It's an Apple product. It's an Apple product.
Bro, Apple is not on the level of Studio.
Nah, dude, these ones, the new ones are gonna be mad. They just look comfortable, kicks like this little mesh here
I'm
on
not
top.
saying they don't look comfortable, but I'm saying
It's an Apple product. Hey, Chad, Apple is Apple. Quality over quantity. I'm just waiting for somebody that's going to ask, do you guys ever talk?
Chris and myself both have steel shoes. Well, at home.
Now the question is going to be, do you guys ever talk about trading kicks? That's the next question. Yeah, Steve, when you wait for a setup, it's like, do you guys ever talk trading? We just want to hear Chris and Apple. Dude, I love Apple.
You know what's funny? Chris, how many Apple products do you have?
Okay, the Apple Pen, the iPad, the Apple Watch, the Apple Phone. I had a not an iMac. What is it? The MacBook. But yeah, it's only those items.
So you're only missing. Now you don't have a MacBook now.
I want to get a
missing an
MacBook.
iMac.
Yeah, a MacBook and then an iMac.
So
Dude,
why don't you have AirPods?
I bought the JBL ones, the active ones that are basically like waterproof. Just purely, I don't know how industrious the AirPods are. So these were slightly cheaper than what you'll pay for the Maxes, but it's like an active, almost like, I want to say water resistant one.
Yeah.
But it goes purely for gym. And it also sits, I think you've seen them, the JBL ones, they actually like click into your ear almost. So they don't fall out. And also the look of I don't like them, dude. That little that little nipple and is it the?
Oh, but that's the pros.
It's got like a little nipple and I don't know. That it doesn't look good. Like even your headsets, your JBL Project Rock, that looks sick and it's like industrious.
Yeah, but that's I've also purely got those for gym because when I'm in gym, bro, I just throw my shit around. I have AirPods, but gave them to Caitlin because I don't use them.
Do you guys ever talk sport? Hey, I love it, man. AirTags, Apple is for boys. Will you upgrade to the 16?
I'm getting it.
I might.
Oh.
I might. No, the only reason, Keeks. So I gave my wife.
What are you gonna do with that one?
So I gave my wife my old Air Max. Not Air Max. Pro Max.
You're 13, eh?
The 13-year. And then she came back now over the weekend, and she's like, "Hey, I'm seeing that the new what's the name is coming out. Why don't you trade in the two, that one, her one, and like the iPad, whatever, and you get the 16. And
she gets the 15.
and she wants to take this one. So I said, like, okay, that's a discussion we can have.
Hey, well, you must decide quickly, bro. 'Cause I'll get it so we can put the orders in. It's gonna save you money, bro.
Dude, I think I should rather spend that money on a MacBook, because I've got the 15. Like, I don't really use the phone.
Oh,
that.
but are you saying as in like if
Rather
you do it
taking
from
that, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, bro, it's up to you. So, is it worth it from the 15 Pro Max? So, Jonathan, I personally don't think it's worth it from the 15 Pro Max. Like, if you just upgrade for the 15 Pro Max, like what Chris is gonna be doing, because then the 15 will go to his wife, and then she gets an upgrade and he gets an upgrade. You know what, it works. But if you solely are just going to go from a 15 to a 16, I don't think it's worth it. But keep in mind, so I haven't upgraded for a long time, bro, because I didn't see the need to. Like, I got Caitlin a phone, I've done that, but I haven't upgraded. So literally now, guys, like, I still have a 12 Pro Max. So for me, like, it's relevant to just upgrade now.
But a 12 Pro Max is dope.
Hey, bro.
All right, Chad, get ready. Gonna look for some longs. Hong Tong, long
It's funny,
tong.
bro. When it comes to things like this, like, I'm not really bothered by like always upgrading a phone. Like, a phone's a phone.
Yeah.
But like, give me anything else, like the PC, the PlayStation, screens. Then I'm upgrading, bro. Will be interesting when the kids also want.
Now,
be
I
fair,
like to spend money on tech. It's something
Yeah.
that you use every day. But a phone, like those intricate little upgrades, it's not like me and you will be like, yo, Keegs.
Yeah.
Oh, Chad, it does not look like we're going to close above here. Only thing is DXY. Okay, let's see here. Ooh. Alrighty, Chad, let's see if we can get a little setup here. As mentioned, if we can hold Asia highs, currently holding Asia highs here, holding the 200, holding the daily EQ. There's a minor little structure break. Just going to wait for this candle to close. Going to have a nice little buy stop on top. Going to go and retarget 25.20 in and out here, and see if we can get a nice little position here. Just need to hold above this minor little structure level here. PS5 Pro. Jonathan, they discontinued the 15 Pro due to it being so close competition. Only benefit will be the new AI if they don't implement it to the 15. Okay, Chad, here we go. Get ready. Some volatility. Some minor volatility. Vitality. When I say vitality, we are not endorsed by Discovery. We're just talking about chats, just tiny little bottom wick, going for a nice little break of the high. So I just want to set it quickly here on the other side. So, alright, young little buy stop has been set. Alright, buy stop has been set just above there. Not active yet. So let's just do this. Buy stop's not active. Just gonna go for a quick little in and out burger here. Stop's gonna do only like 22 pip stop. Bar stops have now been activated. Let's see, stop's just gonna do like a 22. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right, and that is good. 25.20. Let's see if we can get a little push away from this level. 25.20. Just set that. Okay, and then, yeah, Chad, the idea with this trade was that a continuation trade, 200 EMA is bullish. We had a nice push back to the upside. Asia highs, 200 holding here. So there is the chance that we can go and retest the session highs. EQ is holding. And yeah, we've had multiple tries to stay back below Asia highs. We couldn't do that. We had this minor break of structure here. Let me just bring the education section on here just for some context of the setup. This is somewhat of a, I can't even, yeah, you can actually say it's a bit of a reversal play. And I'm going to tell you guys now why I say that is for the following reason. Let's just bring that on. The reason why I say it's somewhat of a reversal play is because if you look at this pullback here, it took out a low. So if you go on a line chart, you'll actually see. We'll actually need to do it on the 1 minute. You can see we were trading lower and then here. So that's basically where you started breaking this bearish order flow. Okay. So now it took out that last lower high and now it's starting to move to the upside. Then secondly, if you look at the candle, the 5 minute here, that 5 minute broke this minor little structure from there. So you had like a little bit of a 3-wave pullback to the downside here. And then this candle shifted, taking out that last little lower high. So that is the idea with the play. All right. Validation points on this, obviously we've tested the 200 now quite a few times, so we need to hold above that 200 firstly, and then secondly we need to hold above Asia highs. Asia highs is very important. We need to hold Asia highs, we need to get away from Asia highs, otherwise once we get back into this Asia range session, that's when we can actually potentially start looking for longs off the backside of this 200. So if we start doing something like this, then we can actually start looking for the other move to the downside. Okay, but currently this is the setup that we're in, and we want to see if we can go and retest these session highs. That's going to be an extended target. Retest that session highs up there, but the low hanging fruit is just here, 26 pips. And that's where we want to grab it. And then for the break-even point, I'm going to say as soon as we can break above these little highs here, and we can get a nice little push away from it, I'll go break-even, because we are already midway, mid-range, mid-riff, whatever you want to call it. The mid-range. Let's do this quickly. The mid-range is here, and ideally that is the area that you want to usually monitor as well, because that's halfway to the next one. So I ideally want to see us holding above this mid-range as well, and then I'm comfortable. Otherwise, all of this is just a pullback to come all the way back here, retest this potentially again. But if we can hold this mid-range, I think we are good for this position. All right, so that's the setup there. Gave you guys a good idea of what we are looking at here. And yeah, also just basically reaffirming myself, so that when I come back to these positions and I go and check the performance of my own trading, I can know exactly why I took it, how I took it, how I wanted to manage it, and what considerations were put in place. Chris, I'm in GU shorts. Let's have a look at that, Nila. All right, daily pivot rejected. Back inside the Asia range. I think Nila, what time frame did you take it? Hourly. Hourly, or how did you take this GU short? Oh, 1 hour. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I can already see what Nila did here. Nice bearish engulfing on the hourly, taking that previous hourly high. So liquidity was done. Beautiful. Then breaking the previous hourly low. Okay. Rejecting the daily pivot. I don't know if Nila took it on the 9 o'clock or if it took it on this retest or at sell limits, but yeah, beautiful Nila. And I think low hanging fruit obviously is the monthly pivot down here, and then ultimately yesterday's low, if this is going to continue lower. Beautiful trade. Bearish engulfing. Nila, do you scale into your position or do you actually execute on the close of the candle? Or do you actually do what I do on the 4 hour to basically divide it? So you'll take your first position there, you'll scale in at the 75, you'll scale in at the 50, and then you've got three positions. So you basically scale in on the retrace on that body, or do you just take one position straight off the rip there? Yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm putting GU back on the list, chat. From next week, we're going to start looking for some setups on GU. I told you guys I'm gonna have a call with Nila. Nila, I've been trading the higher time frames on it cleaner, because even on the 5 minutes you can see this looks very this is very choppy. So taking the one hour setups. Alrighty guys, so currently quite a few rejections off this little mid-level here. I'm going to give it maybe one more 5 minutes and see if we can get some moves away from here. Also want to see if we can get some continuation to the upside. Otherwise, if we're struggling here, that's going to be a little bit choppy, a little bit tricky for us. We want to see a move away there. And then also DXY still at the high of the session. Okay. Currently trading around this previous daily high. I do think once we start breaking through this zone, as Keegan also mentioned, I think we're going to see a little bit of a runaway dollar here today. US 30 now all the way back here at previous daily high. NASDAQ, wait for that previous daily high test. You want to see what we're going to do here. And then gold, we're going to give it a little bit more. Let's see if we can, this next 5 minutes, we want to see a break of structure. Okay, we need to see a break of structure because we want to see bullish order flow, and if we can't get the bullish order flow, then obviously the bulls are not here, then the bears are here, and the bears want to do some business. So we're going to need to see a bullish candle on this 5. Otherwise, multiple rejections off that level. Keys, where's your key level on gold? Please don't tell me it's where I entered.
I don't have any. For me right now, it's just obviously at the EQ Asia. So gold's pretty much in no man's land for me.
Okay.
Obviously it's US 30 I'm keeping an eye out on. DXY, the big one, bro, for me was previous daily high. If this thing breaks this previous daily high,
I think it's going to run.
It's gone, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to run. Looking short for US 30, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
US 30, I've got the zone. So not only is it at Asia highs, Asia lows, if we can break into this zone, that's what I'm going to be looking for.
Yeah, Chad, gold is going to need to show us a little something here. Need to see some structure breaks here. Gonna need to see some structure breaks here. US30, would you take it on a 15-minute close below that key level? Or
Yeah.
you want to see a nice little retest
Just
rejection?
a 15 close.
15 close.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful chat. This is the Don celery, isn't it? No. This is not the Don celery. Don had too much celery and that's why I deleted all of his IG videos. That's when you have too much celery. Watching an old stream yesterday, y'all used to break down so many pairs. Dude, Dylan, there was a time it took us an hour just to get through our analysis.
Yeah, that was.
Bro, what did we do? Even at USD ZAR, I was doing.
That was you, yeah.
Yes, teacher. No, we won it. We wanted it tough. We had cotton mouth before the stream, even before the opening bell. Even it's like, yo, Keys, I'm done talking for the day. Chad, looking good now. It's just a case now of the backside test here. If we can just get a nice little backside test and then run to the upside, I think we're solid here. I think we are solid here. If we can just get a nice little backside test. Only thing I don't necessarily like is just how overlapping this is. If you look at how overlapping this is, I'm not saying we can't go to target, but look how aggressive the move was down, and then look at the time it took us to basically retrace 50% of the move. So the intent definitely looks a little bit more bearish from these highs, and the intent back up is looking a little bit overlappy. But we're gonna give the trade a chance. No, not yet, my brother. Not yet. Because I just want to wait for this next 5 minutes. Because this next 5 minutes can do a deep pullback. You get stopped out and then still flips bullish. So not break even yet. So now we've got the break above the level. Now I just want to see the backside being retested. What I will say though is if this next 5 minutes just does something like this, I will kill the trade. Because then this becomes a fake out. I like how Chris smiles and he sees, yeah, I'm actually trading back on my personal account. So it's not evaluation money. It's actually money. It's money. Yeah, it's money. So it's not evaluation money. Then we all smile. Hey, Chad, that's the best feeling. I don't think there's a better feeling, Keeks.
What's that?
Seeing your position, you break even and price is way below your thing.
Yeah.
That's that clear air in between is just beautiful. I don't think a non-trader would understand that feeling. It is, it's incredible. Chad, what I will say is though, I'm just going to reduce the risk basically halfway. So going with 11 pip stop. Just going to go with a 11 pip stop here. Basically, let's make it 12. I made it 12. Okay. Where's my entry exactly? 217.368. 217.368. Okay, and we're going with 12 pip there. Okay. So stops have already been reduced. We only have half of our risk now on the table. Let's see if we can reach that 25.20. US 30 now at that zone. You are looking for the trade or you're not trading?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it, bro. But I mean,
Okay.
that's time-wise, I don't think I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
You know me. At this point in the time, I'm done.
Chalked.
I don't like sitting at this point.
Okay, here we go. Beautiful. Let's get that last little bit of juice out of it. Last little bit of juice.
You see a push there. See a drive.
Juice it for the boys. Go for it. That beetle juice. That badger milk. Do it for the boys. Go, 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 go. Liam, I'm not gonna disclose because sometimes they do weird stuff, but it's a reputable broker. All right, gold. Do it for the boys. Quick, quick. Do it for the boys. Come on. Just drive it now. Don't play these games with us. Chad, in all honesty, US 30, if you want to take a stab at it, if that 5 minute, this 5 minute closes below there, then you just go with the continuation of this order flow. And then all you need to do is you just need to stay below this level, that gray box, and then I think you've got a setup here for the short side. And then gold, let's see if we can push. Can gold give us a little something here?
I think it's definitely got it, bro.
I think it can. I've never used the OctaFX. To be honest, I've got no opinion. Brokers I have used, Pepperstone, IC Markets, XNES, JP Markets, Volt Markets, what's the other one? FX, they've got like this orange, is it FXM or FXCM? Is it FXCM?
Nadia Jafta says Octa's the best. Yeah.
Nadia.
She must maybe just stay in her lane.
Is it FXTM? I've used Forex Time, yeah. FXTM. I've used, what is the other one? I've used Tickmill. I've used BD Swiss. I've used Exclusive Markets. Which one am I leaving out here? There's one more that I've used. I've used IFX. Before. What else was there? Gavin, we're using Volt Markets for US 30 and for gold. I don't want to say it's not Volt Markets for gold, but yeah, I don't want to give them any screen or airtime.
$5 grid.
I don't even know if IC Markets really has raw spread. Let me bring it onto this account. Chad, what I can tell you is brokers, there's different brokers for different things you want to do. Some brokers, for instance, have a very good social trading platform where, for instance, if you're into copy trading stuff and MAMs and PAMs, like Forex Time, they've got a very nice platform there. Some brokers, for instance, Volt Markets is one of the best when it comes to indices, in all honesty. That is their claim to fame is indices, and very few people, brokers, can actually compete with that. And then also you've got the likes of XNAS. For me is weird because they say it's a raw spread, but they murder you on commissions. They absolutely break you on commissions, and then a lot of times the conditions aren't even that good for it to be I'm just going to show you guys here. This is what I've paid in commissions to XNAS. I'm going to snip it here off the terminal quickly. They absolutely murder you on commissions. So the commissions are ridiculous, but if you want the raw spread, it's not dollar, chat, it's rand, but yeah, they take their pound of flesh on the comms, and their comms are very high on US30, like ridiculously high. So it's a two-edged sword. Do you want raw pricing? You're gonna pay the commissions. Do you want no commissions? You're not gonna have phenomenal spreads. So it's like, which one do you take? I see Vault, yeah, Gavin, different models, even though it's the same broker, different server groups, all of that. So it's not going to be exactly the same as Vault Markets on the retail side. Yeah, no, look, yeah, commissions are. I told you guys that that 1 month with the offshore broker, I paid when I was pushing myself a little bit with the lot sizes. I paid $6,500 that month. But honestly, the best. But that was a negotiated deal with them. The best execution was literally raw. They were like, Chad, when I talk raw, like instant execution. But yeah, I was a hyper scalping at that stage, so I went into an agreement with them, and yeah, they put me into a separate server group, and yeah, that's part of that little panic attack that I got. Traded way too big size, like, yeah, almost felt like I was getting a heart attack every time I enter a trade. I don't know if you felt that, guys, where you get anxious and it almost feels like there's like blood rushing to your head every time you enter the trade. That's the feeling I had. I was like, yeah, what am I doing here? No, Stove, at that stage, I was trading like 50 lots on gold. 50 lots AUD, USD, 100 lots. At one stage, I had 150 lots on the table with AUD, USD. You know, it's... And that's why I say this shit Raja does is so fake, because those years, I still thought what he was doing on those accounts were legitimate. And I thought, bro, no one is so cool like a cucumber trading 50 and 100 lots if it's real money. And I had this mental thing. That's why I say it's dangerous to compare yourself to others. I had like this mental thing, like I wanted to push to that level. I just challenged myself to say, like, bro, get out of that shell. You need to start pushing some lots here. That's why I say it's dangerous. I'm actually putting out the video today addressing Raja Banks. So you got to be real with the community, Chad, and especially even and I don't want to make it about anyone else, especially even Joash, like just laughingly losing money again when it's not real money, when it's a demo account, and you're playing with other people's emotions, and you're basically putting a false facade to the front. So rather put real money in there. Show the emotion. You're not going to be like, all right, Chad, it was so tough today in the market. I just lost R500,000, but I'm going to have an espresso now and have a good lunch. And I feel so good about losing R500,000. It was so easy to lose that money. And no, bro, that's not how you are not doing that. So with the 10 pip gang haunt, dude, at that stage I was going for 10 pips because 10 pips was like 40,000-50,000 rand. So 10 pips is not 10 pips. Jou wange raak, Etty, you know that feeling, my bro. Dat voel of jou kop vol bars. No one wants to trade like that. No, bro. Yeah, I actually had a panic attack shortly after that. For the first time in my life, I actually thought I got a heart attack. I was on my way to gym in the morning, straight after the London session, and on my way to gym, and in the car, just driving, like not stressed or anything at that moment. Literally gonna go in gym now. Turn in, and I immediately, it almost feels like, you know, when you get that adrenaline rush, like before a game or something, when your adrenaline pumps, and then almost that dip afterwards, you almost feel like a little bit numb. Your legs feel almost like jelly, and immediately started feeling like that, and I could feel like shit, like my heart's like trying to burst out of my chest, and I check immediately on my watch, and I'm like, yo, something's off here. And I check down, and while I'm sitting in the car, heart rate's like 178. And I thought, shit, yeah, I'm going. This is the feeling you get. I'm gonna die now. And then I go and I stop immediately, and I just get out of the car, and it's like the weirdest feeling, and I almost get myself settled. And I'm like, shit, let me just go home, get in the car, and basically, as I turn out, I get that feeling again, and I'm like, okay, let me try and go to the hospital. Turn left, and dude, not even a kilometer away from the gym, I had to pull off again, and again, it almost felt like I wanted to black out. And there was this, guys, I'm just gonna go break even. The way that it's trading now is not really conducive, so. I thought we would have been out by now, so I'm just going to go break even on the trade. And I stop in front of this business office park, and the security dude is like, bro, you can't stop there. I'm like, dude, I think I'm busy having a heart attack here. And I said, I'll move my car now. Let me just try and settle here. Phone the ambulance, and I'm like, talk to the lady on the phone. And Chad's still in. Let's just check it. Still in. Let's see. Hope we went a little bit too early here on the stops, but no. I'm happy with this. Could just be the retest as well, but I'm not going to sit through it. Okay, break even has been it. Break even on that trade. How much did we get? Not even 20. Yeah, 20. That's fine. Yeah, Chad, this thing can still go up, but the way that it's dragging its feet, like I said, I'm on a personal account here, so I don't want to put money unnecessarily at risk here. Phoned a lady and I'm like, listen, yeah, I don't know what's happening. I think I'm busy having a heart attack. And she's like, okay, where are you? Whatever. And we're sending somebody. And then straight afterwards, she phoned me and she's like, okay, I'm going to be on the phone with you till the ambulance gets there. And the guy gets there and he's like, okay, what's wrong? Put the EKG on me immediately. Blood pressure is like, yeah, Chad, I'm talking like stroke levels. Like, I think 190 over 110. Like, massive spike in blood pressure. Put a drip on me immediately. And I had the guy I was talking about AC, I think it's ACLS, and it's like treating for ACLS, basically almost like heart attack. ACLS, is it ACLS? Busy doing ACLS, getting to the ambulance. My wife, nobody even knows. Like, I'm busy fighting here for my life. And got to the hospital immediately, went for x-rays of the chest, checked the EKG again, did another EKG print, and that cardiologist checked it, went to a specialist, all of that. But long story short, Chad, was literally just a very severe panic attack. Like, it's your body, you put yourself under so much stress mentally. That's just your body's way of saying, like, bro, you need to slow down. You need to take it easy. So heart perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with my heart. Nothing wrong with blood pressure. Specialist had me take my blood pressure twice a day for 2 weeks to check if I've got blood pressure issues. Blood pressure perfectly fine. Yeah, basically stress, Chad. Stress. Had to go on some medication for it, just for that, because then I almost had this fear of it happening again. I think the day if you're awake to die, I think that's the feeling you'll get just before you die. Those warnings our body gives, yeah. What do you think of NAS cells? Let's check NAS here quickly. Yeah, DXY check they're rejecting that level back at the 200. The gold just elude us here today. US 30. Hey, Chad. Yeah. A little break, a little fake out there. That's what I said. If it comes back above, you just kill it. NAS cells, no. You had to reject this level. We're now breaking back above it, so you got to watch the backside of it. Gold, yeah. Gold, I wouldn't have done anything differently. Yeah, no, it's just, remember what I told you guys, the only thing I don't like is if you take the amount of time, this is what I want to show you quickly, time and price. So if you take the amount of time it took to drop from the highs to this low, that was basically 1 hour and 5 minutes. And then if you take that exact time, that's how long it took us basically to just get to 50% of that move, not even 50. So that's why I said the way that we're grinding up, I don't like, but it's worth a shot. So it basically took us the same time just to retrace 50% of the move. Okay, so that's why I said I'm not a fan of the position. It's not the cleanest setup, but it is a setup. Same thing happened to my wife Chris as she suffers. Dude, it's crazy, and it's not even like some people say, Chris, why don't you just take some dude? I'm like, you're so anxious because it feels like you physically need to hold on to life. It feels like if I let go now, my body will just shut down. Like, you'll just die. Keep it up with the risk management. What else was there? Why not? Dude, that blood pressure, the guy was actually the medic. He was like, dude, I don't want to scare you, but it's like you're very close to getting a stroke now. People have strokes at this level of blood pressure. Is this trade on a new? No, Jonathan. I'm first gonna do a review with you guys on that challenge. I'm just gonna trade my personal account now for a bit, and then I'm thinking I'll check when I do another one. Yeah, dude. Chad, I don't mind the hustle in trading, and I don't have beef with a lot of people. All I'm asking is just be real with the community. Like I said, I've been through the good, the bad, everything, and we always try and keep it as real as possible with you guys. So that's all I'm asking. You've got a big following. You've got the power to actually be a positive change. Like, get away from that mindset of only wanting to get money out of people. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing business and people paying you for a service, but at least go over and above and make sure that, listen, I'm going to try and give you the best I can. At that stage, it is the best I can do. It's really with the best intention, and that's the only thing, Chad. It's not a case of, if you want to do courses, if you want to do signals, do all of that. At least just give your best in it. I don't know. The guys are just, some of the guys in the industry are just shameless with the tactics and what they do, and that really icks me. I think Jeremy said it as well. When it comes to people, for me it's about people. For me it's about you guys, seeing the real and the raw side of it. And that's why we can be open here, because this is a family for us. You guys are family. It's not like, if you're going through a tough time, you don't have to be scared of your wife to say, hey, I'm going through a tough time, or this or that. No, we keep it 100% real and raw here, because it's not about Project G. It's not about trying to punt a sale to join a membership or whatever. That membership is purely for guys that want something over and above. So that video is going out today, Chad. Just happy you good. Well, shot, man. When is Ed on with the back testing today? It is on today, guys. 12 o'clock. Chris, when you're going to backtest, we'd love to join if you're going live. It's going to be for the members tonight. We're backtesting tonight. Fact check everything in this industry. That's the thing, you need to ask questions and listen how people try to fake and get. Some people are honest, but yeah, it's about fact. Yeah. 2Gs are real and raw. It's a fact. Thanks, my brother. At least you stopped smoking, bro. That's one good thing. I'm glad I stopped. Dude, cigarettes, yo. Cigs are absolutely horrific for you. Never got this little dab here on the opening range low. But yeah, chat, trading is trading. Don't stress about don't worry, Chris. Chris also clapped him but stopped. Here's the thing about trading and what I wanna really emphasize before we start getting to the end of the session is that the process is sometimes going to take some time, and I know a lot of times, and that's the issue I've got, for instance, with a lot of what is portrayed on social media, especially Raja. is the fact that you now almost you put people in this false sense of what is possible, and you show, for instance, 180,000% return, and you act like it's so easy to do all of this and that, and then somebody that's on his journey, he sees it and he's like, oh damn, no, but if Roger can do it, I'm going to buy his little course and whatever, and I'm going to start with the $50,000 account, and I'm going to push that account to 14 million or whatever the flip it is. And now you're creating a false sense of expectation in the industry for newer people coming in. And rather instead say, bro, listen here, it is going to be a grind. It can take you 2 years. It can take you 1 year. It can take you 6 years. But the payoff at the end is going to be worth it. And these are some of the things I struggled with as a trader. These are some of the things I'm still struggling with as a trader. And make it real and raw. There's value in that. But trying to hype people up just to pump a little sale of your course or your broker, it's so wrong. For instance, this gentleman here, this guy here, Ashur David, looks like a UFC fighter from Canada. He's been trading for many years. 300. This dude's stats is crazy, Chad. I just want to show you guys here. 99.9% win rate, but his average holding time on a trade. This want to show you. Weirdly enough, this guy also said all of his strategies worked, and then as soon as he starts testing it on gold or starts trading gold, it turns to shit. I just want to get this guy quickly on here. Give me 1 second, chat. I just want to show you this guy's stats. Phenomenal, incredible. Some of the craziest stats that I've seen. He can park the bus here, and I think he's in a very good chance to win this. Patrick Neal is there in the mix every single year. Patrick Neal and the other guys. Well, there's two German guys. They're basically from the same. I don't want to say same neighborhood, but they trade together to use a lot of quants. They use a lot of quantitative. Chad, give me 1 second here. Let me see if I can find this guy without logging into Twitter here. I just want to show you guys the guy's profile pic. Is it him? Oh, no. No, it's not this guy. Wait. Anyways, Chad. Okay. I'll get a screenshot of it, but I just want to go through some of his stats here. So his profit factor is 12,572. His average holding time. Okay, so average trade duration is 12 days. So on average, he holds a trade for more than 2 weeks. His win rate is 99.2%. So he's obviously a swing trader. He trades a lot of instruments, Chad. He's got about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. So he trades 23 just FX-based crosses. 23 crosses, and then maximum consecutive wins 207. Base trade return was 3.6. So he's obviously trading something on either, I'm thinking it's a monthly basis. because if your average hold time, Keeks, that's swing trading, my brother.
Yeah.
12 days average.
That's-
Average trade.
That's proper swing trading.
When you say swing trading, 12 days is the minimum. That is the benchmark. If you're not holding it for
that's-
12 days, you're not a swing trader.
No, that's proper swinging, bro.
Yeah, Ndobo, 100%. Trenches, a lot of trench work. A lot of work in the trenches, Keeks, with trading. If you don't like construction, don't come into trading because you're going to spend some time doing earthwork in the trench.
How'd your trade play out? Did you
Break
break
even.
even?
Yeah, I just told the guys the time it took to get up here and the time it took to come down here. Yeah, I don't like it. Break even is fine. Chris, most people set their limits based on what they know and they don't dream beyond that. When one is trading with over 1 million account, 500k loss will seem. Yeah, Tissy, I'm not saying people shouldn't dream, but I'm also saying don't create a dream for someone else that you don't actually do. You hear what I'm saying? So I can't come on here and say, hey guys, I just lost R500,000, but I feel so good. Me and Keegan is going to go for breakfast now and just read some affirmations and we feel so good. No, then just be real. Like, hey guys, here's my 10 million rand account on this side. I just lost R1 million. I feel like shit. I'm actually not feeling great. I'm not even going to trade for the rest of the day. Just be real about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Yeah, just be real. Like, there's nothing wrong if you lose R500,000, but then give us the real side. Okay, Keeks, how did you feel after losing R500,000 rand? How did you feel? Okay, that's how you felt. Keeks, how are you going to bounce back now from it? Because obviously that R500,000 rand loss stings. How do you bounce back from it, Keeks? These are the type of questions that can be very valid and very valuable to traders.
But yeah, that's, for me, bro, that's the session. I don't know about you.
No, I'm done. Alrighty, Chad. I think not a bad start here. I don't know if some of you took it a little bit earlier, took some profits off. It was the move was way too extended for me to take anything less than 25 pips. Can still play out US 30 here. A little bit of a ranging market around this key level. Might see this go into the data this afternoon. Sorry. The data this afternoon, so they could park price here for a little bit. NASDAQ as well in the danger zone here, so just monitor that if you really want to get into some trades. SA40 for me at this stage, a little bit tricky. That open gap is disgusting. That open gap is things nightmares are made of. Do we go and close this, or is this a breakaway gap for a little bit? I don't know. I'm just going to stick to this opening range. If I get something there, I'm going to go for it. Yeah, no, I'm not going to force. No, this opening gap scares me. Otherwise, I would have looked at something here off the 200. Maybe I'll take something here off the 200. I'll see, maybe a little dab. But other than that, Chad. Keeks, any closing remarks for the Chad? Yeah.
Sticking to you as always. You guys know. Get on the charts. Whether I'm sitting here or not, it's a case of if I don't see what I want to see, I don't like what I'm seeing, I'm not taking a trade. So simple as that. New York's definitely been the kill zone for me lately. So definitely come back. I think again we're gonna have another big volume day, New York session. So let's see what we can do there today.
Beautiful. I get what you're saying, Chris. Trading is like every other business. It's just it's the same thing with the Roman Catholic Church many years ago. You create this beautiful environment, this beautiful image, and you attract people to that. Same with any of these mega churches. They talk about things that you want to hear: wealth, money, prosperity, all of these things, and then you look at it and it's like, flip, I also want the wealth and the health and the power and the respect. And it's like, let me go to that church, and they just pump you with that, like, yes, Keegan, Chris, you guys are machines, absolute machines. And you walk out there and it's like, damn, I'm a machine. And it's like, no, bro, you're a fucking idiot. You need to get real with yourself. You can't even make up your bed. Just get real. Start being real with yourself. So, and that's the tactic they use. It's a tactic that's been used by churches, by cults. It's a simple psychological tactic. If I keep pumping you with something you don't have, and I then tell you, all right, the way you get it is you give 10% of everything you earn. And these 3 Bible verses, Malachi, this, and now you strong arm God. Like, you gave God the money. God, you need to now multiply that money into big bags of money. And then you go back in the Bible, and it's like, how many miracles involve God giving you money? Please send me those Bible verses where it was like, hey, God, I need 10 million rand. And God is like, go check your F&B bank account. Log in now. It's like, oh my goodness, thank you, God, that 10 million just landed in my bank account. No, that's not how it works. So anyways, Chad, yeah, I can't even make your bed. Peace and love, baby. We'll see you guys 3 p.m. Gonna be a big one. Cheers.
never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. Going with the gut, never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet, hoes wanna holler, oh no, I don't call them back. Girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word, I know what's up. You can have it all, watch me rip it off. I'll admit it, you got me feeling hella love. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart. Yeah, I won't stop charging, we going come harder. I can see you and I, way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life.